Okay, so in order to better show you what I mean when I say, inferences, I wanted to take a look. I want us to take a look at this um, assignment from week 1. It's the one about dolphins. The title is Dolphins Rub Against Mucus Oozing Corals to Soothe Skin. Right there at the top, what inference can you make about what this article is going to be about? What is this article about? Well, the inference I would make based on what I know about what titles can tell us is that that this article is going to be about dolphins and the fact that they demonstrate this behavior of rubbing against mucus oozing corals to soothe skin. I infer that this article is going to provide us with more information, us being the reader, about this particular behavior. So if we look at the article itself, I wanted to highlight a couple of things. In the presentation, the lesson on inferences, I talk about we as readers are asked to make inferences related to metaphors and similes, and other means of comparison. Well, here's a perfect example of that. As if they were patrons at a popular spa, the dolphins line up to rub themselves against corals and sponges. Here is an example of an author asking us as readers to make an inference about dolphin behavior. The sentence is not telling us that dolphins go to spas, right? They are not patrons at popular spas. They, as if they are like patrons at popular spas. So we can infer that what do patrons at popular spas do? They line up, right? They go together sometimes. It's an activity, something they do for self-care. These are all inferences you can make because of this metaphor or simile. And you can do that. We do that all the time. Even if you look at the questions you were asked, these are not necessarily inference questions, right? What is this passage about? You don't have to infer that it's about dolphins. It's right here, and it's throughout the article. The article is about dolphins. Where do the dolphins discussed in this article live? That should be a fact, right? Not an inference, a fact. Who wrote this article? Again, that's a fact. You don't have to infer that. It's not a logical guess. It's right there. According to the article, dolphins and which of the following animals belong to the order Cetacea? Well, to answer this question correct, there is a bit of inference making going on, because when you read the article up here, although rubbing behavior has been observed in other cetaceans such as orcas and beluga whales, examples of dolphins rubbing themselves on corals are rare. The inference you made was that dolphins are also considered cetaceans. You have to make that inference to answer this question correctly. And then you also have to know that in the article it says orcas and belugas. So even when there are questions that you're being asked about that are factual, right? This is a fact in the article. You infer the relationship between dolphins and the other mammals in Cetacea. Question 5, why does the author compare how dolphins have been observed using corals to soothe their skin? Again, this is an inference question. The author never tells you why he decided to make that comparison. You have to infer why using your logic and your reason, right? It makes no sense that they would be doing that. The author would provide that comparison to provide us with recently discovered skincare products or to advertise a new line of dolphin-inspired cosmetics. That's not logical. That's not what this article is even about. Plus, it doesn't make any sense. To persuade interested tourists to visit the Red Sea area for dolphin tours? Again, that would be an incorrect inference, an illogical answer, because this article never mentions anything about tourists in the Red Sea, very briefly. So C, your most logical answer, is an inference. You're trying to put yourself in the place of the author and think, why would someone write this article? I can infer that maybe They want to illustrate that humans share behaviors with other members of the animal kingdom, because they mention that a couple times, especially with this simile, right? And here in the bottom paragraph, last paragraph, it would, if this hypothesis is correct, it would add dolphins to a growing list of self-medicating animals, which include chimpanzees and fruit flies and humans. Okay, well, I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions. Then this is just an example of how you use inferences to answer questions when you're reading, etc.